heading into the home stretch here. I would really like to show you how this mold works. But before I do that, I'd just like to say that if you enjoyed this instructional video, I invite you to go to my website. It's www.makeyourownmolds.com. And on any page, you'll have an opportunity to join our mailing list. We're going to be making a lot of films in the future. And if you're on our mailing list, you'll get them automatically. We'll just send them to your email, and you can watch them as soon as they come out. Anyway, let's get back to this mold. Now remember, we made a support shell out of a mailing tube. And I don't think that I explained earlier why we make it shorter. The reason why we make it shorter than the actual silicone mold is because when you're pouring sugar, if it just spills over a little on the edge, it's not going to get all gunked up on the paper tube. So it's just nice to have this free. Now, assembling this mold is simply as easy as you've just seen. I'm just going to stretch out this tube. I'm just going to thread it over the silicone mold. Notice that the seam for the mold never lines up with the seam of the support shell. Now, at Staples or office supply stores, you can get a number 84 rubber band. They look like this, and they work really, really nice for this mold. All you've got to do is just put a rubber band over the top and a rubber band over the bottom. Now the mold stands by itself. You don't have to support it. We're ready to pour. So I'm just going to put on these gloves here. And I have my Isomalt holding in an oven. And we're going to pour brown. And I recommend that you pour your cooked sugar or your Isomalt mixture at 275 degrees, maybe 265. At that temperature, you get a really nice looking bottle, and it helps to diminish or lessen the amount of pitting you're going to get on the outside of the bottle. Okay, so it's just very straightforward here. I don't think you're going to believe how easy this is, but you're just going to take the Isomalt and you're just going to pour it right down the center. Go ahead and try to pour it fast as it climbs the column and just stop right at the top. Just stop right at the top. And now you just want to take your mold and dump it. Okay? There's no turning necessary, refilling. You just simply take the Isomalt and dump it back into your container. And notice I have these square dowels that I got at the hardware store. And all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let the Isomalt mixture run right out of the mold. We're just going to let it sit like this until it is hardly dripping at all. All of the insides is just going to flow right out. I can show that to you. See that? Now I'm just going to hold it so you can kind of see it better. And just, you see how we're getting those big drops there? You know, use some type of a grate or like the dowels that I had there, the square dowels, and just be patient and let the Isomalt just flow right out of your mold. Okay? You can see we have a big drop here. Now, allowing this to flow out like that is going to give you a bottle that has a perfectly even wall thickness. You're not going to have any of these thick and thin sections. The top of the bottle is not going to be solid. Everything is going to be really uniform. Now, I really think that we're coming to the end. You can see how this string is just hanging there. And so I'm just going to take this metal tool and I'm just going to trim around the bottom of my mold. Okay? Comes right off of this silicone. And now I'm just going to let the mold sit straight up like this. Now, we're in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's about 22 degrees outside. Very, very low humidity, so that's a perfect environment for us to put the mold outside. And it's going to cool really fast. So we're going to do that, and when we come back, I'm going to unmold this bottle, and you can see just how easy it is to make sugar bottles with this great mold. Okay, it's been probably about maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and it's time now to unmold our sugar bottle and see what we got here. Okay, all you'd want to do is just take the rubber bands off, okay? And then you want to take your support shell off. Now, I'm going to try to unmold this so you can really see just how easy it pops out. Just going to open that puppy right along the seam. And I'm just going to take the silicone right off. And there you have it. An absolutely perfect sugar bottle. Looks just like the bottle that we made the mold around. And you can just simply load this mold right back into the support shell. Put your rubber bands on and pour yourself another bottle. I hope you enjoyed this instructional video. I hope you give this a try. Once you make this mold, I think you're going to be amazed how easy what was once a very difficult thing to make becomes. And this can be a very valuable piece of equipment in your bake shop or on stage that you can go to for the rest of your career. I'd really like to thank you for watching, and stay tuned. We have more videos coming.